Hello guys, it's Sandy and welcome to this video. Thank you for stopping by, I really appreciate it. Now, I mainly make videos about horse games, but just because I make videos about horse games, this does not mean that I don't play other games as well. Now, I have played Minecraft a few times in the past, mostly creative, and if I did play survival, it was always on peaceful, and I never went away from my house. The main issue though with this game is that if you stay away too long, you forget everything. And that is exactly what happened to me once again. I am gonna be honest, I have never played a normal survivor game before at all. I'm just a sad little bushing potato. After watching so many content creators doing 1-day challenges about them surviving, I thought finally it was time that I got out there and did what I've always wanted to do. To survive myself and share my day-to-day process with you guys. Producing content that I want, pushing myself outside of my comfort zone, and to toss aside the fear of being chased with a pitchfork because I posted something I usually wouldn't do. This is mainly to challenge myself to see if I can do something that is bigger than myself. So here I go! And with all this being said, let this potato's journey commence. Day 1 was officially upon me as I spawned in a tree, and I knew the moment I looked around, this spawn point was gonna be a terrible one. The only positive aspect of it all was that I was close to the water, so traveling will not be too difficult. I gathered some trees nearby to get some resources, and I saw some cute red pandas. Then quickly discovered that underwater magma was bad and drowning is unpleasant. I then proceeded to murder all the sheep nearby so I could get a little bed. Future me would come to fear the waters at night, and I could never see myself do this sort of thing ever again. Like, what the bush? Sleeping by the water this openly is the dumbest thing I've ever done. Day 2, I killed a super scary monster. A bat. Ha! I felt so proud. Pat pat. I jumped into my boat in haste, and after some time going down the stream, I found a broken nether portal. I did find a chest here with some good, nice iron and gold nuggets. Spoilers, this would come to be the only chest I ever saw during these 50 days. I decided I wanted to get a better view of the land, then spotted another enemy, a cute duck. I figured it was a crime to be this adorable, so I quickly put them out of their misery. Y'all saw nothing. After some cruising on my giant fleet ship, I found a place that I saw some potential in. I thought I could just move later if I did not go so well with this area. I did also place some lights around me to decrease the chance of mobs spawning in my face. Day 3, a new neighbor came to greet me with a cake. Nope, just a creeper. I felt so proud after killing it though, only to then getting slaughtered by an enderman. No, please don't, please don't, please don't, please don't. Oh my gosh! I accidentally hit him because he teleported in front of me, and I freaked out because I thought he was extremely hostile. Gosh, their name always sounds like End the Man. Huh, I wonder if that is intentional. I then proceeded to try and place a foundation of the house that is going to be super cursed for now. I then tried to capture some animals in my dirt prison. After some time, I figured I should start on a little farm, and I do not know why, but for some reason, I always love to have a house next to water, mainly for farming and traveling purposes, but also it is easy to follow a water line than a forest. The enderman kept me company all day more or less. I swear, these guys will keep being a thing. The night came upon me, and I hate fighting mobs of any kind. But I did need bones from the skeletons in case I would want a cute little wolf-ish dog in the future. I managed to get some bones, and after that I just slept under the stars once more. Day 4. I forgot how little health I had as I rushed out trying to kill some skeletons on fire. In the end, I didn't even have to do that, I realized rather quickly, but whatever. I then proceeded to continue working on the house and managed to finish all the walls around me, so that was always something. I then decided to expand my sad little crops field and also to try going underground. Yeah, I was not there long, but hey, at least I could let more animals into my prison. Day 5. I wanted to go back to my spawn area, or at least try to find it. I set off into the rain as I did not want to get lost. I tried to go in a straight line along the shore. In the end, I was a scaredy cat and entered a cave to then mine some coal. Yay! I could finally make some torches. I then mustered up the courage that this little potato had to fight the spiders and zombies inside the cave. I swear the spiders are making me so uncomfortable. Just look at them! After that, I just went home with some sugar canes. Woohoo! Day 6. I made my very first iron sword, along with a pickaxe. I did get to test it out rather quickly on this little practice dummy. Then it was time for some light farm chores, and for some reason, I wanted to make some sort of nightstand to have on either side of my bed. I know, such a random thought to get. I am all over the place with every day that passes. I start on one thing, then I go to another, and then I go back to the first one at the end of the day. Gosh, what is wrong with me? I used many kinds of mods and shaders in Minecraft. I could never play this game in full vanilla style, and I got to be honest, I have a strange method in this game. I use torches to guide me around the world. After finding a dead end in a cave, I decided to call it off and just end it for now. Day 7, I did some farm chores, and I got this strange urge to go out with my boat. I headed to one of the nearby islands, and I found a horse amongst a herd of cows. I seriously wondered if he thought he was a cow too. I just decided to tame him in the hopes that he would not despawn, and what the bush was I thinking? I thought I could push him into the boat? Yeah, way to go, Sandy. I just decided to call him Eclipse for now and went back to bed, and during my sleep, a brilliant idea struck me in the face. Day 8 had arrived, and oh boy, as I went to sleep last night, I remembered at some point when I played Minecraft a long time ago that you could get a saddle from fishing. And since I was in this strange biome, I felt that a village or anything like that would not just magically appear out of nowhere. So why not try to be a little fishy and try to reel it in? Before any of that, I tied a little harbor. It is a sad looking little one, but for now, it is better than nothing. And I made my very first fishing rod and started my fishing moment of zen. In the end, I got 2 pieces of leather that day, and would you have guessed it, a ton of fish! Alright, cannot forget the shell. Day 9. Here comes the end. La 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 la. No, but you see, I wanted to build a roof in my house, but the moment I saw the enderman stalking me, I decided, nope. So back to fishing it was. And it turned out to be better than the previous day. I got a name tag. I also spotted some yummy pumpkins, which was great since I needed them to make some friends in the future. And remember when I said I was all over the place? Yeah, I decided to go back to fishing right after I got the pumpkins. I did get an enchanted bow though, so that is epic. I am going to say this right now though, I only used this bad boy once. Never again. The night brought no luck with the fishing and the urge to kill came over me. The spiders had been staring me with their red glowing eyes for so long, so they deserved to die. No, but I also needed the strength. And all of a sudden, this little guy came out of nowhere and started to bully me. Well, what did I say? Karma is a bush, right? And as it could not get any worse, I found the storm struck almost giving me a heart attack. I am terrified of thunder in real life, so of course I'm just as scared of it in games. Day 10 was crops harvest day, along with storage sorting and roof building. Even if I love a good starlit night sky, I was tired of being exposed to Endermen. I have not built in Minecraft in a while, so I promise it'll be better in the future. Maybe. I can always hope so, at least. Yeah, I just stayed at it until the sunset. It was now day 11. I managed to finish the roof after all this time. And I ended up fishing all night with no success. I also usually do not like to do this activity in games, but for some reason in Minecraft, fishing is just satisfying, since it is so easy to understand. At least I got some leather boots, and my gosh, I realized how much you can level up from fishing, just from that alone. Day 12. The day started with a neighbor knocking on the door. No, but it was just another creeper trying to greet me with an explosion. But I did not feel like celebrating anything, so I just kind of backdoored to escape the celebrations, and I made my very first straw golem instead. Now, that was something to celebrate. So freaking cute. And once again, I went out to the waters, and I managed to get 2 name tags. Rather close to one another, so that was kind of nice. I also did not know this at the time, but this spot will be my safe haven in the future. Day 13. I do not know why, but I wanted to check to see if Eclipse was still amongst his cow friends. He seemed to have been fine, so I tried to get back to my fishing. Well, this was probably my worst fishing experience yet. Mobs kept chasing me in the water all night. I did get an enchanted book though, but yeah, that is not doing much for me since I have no idea how to even use it. Day 14. I was starting to get tired of the grass flooring, so I just decided to remove that and did some terrain changes, so I could get started on an animal pen, so they could finally be let out of their dirt prison. I also decided to go over the hill where I live. I had not done that since I got here, and I found some ducks and chickens, so that was a pleasant surprise. Though I really realized that this world that I was currently in this specific area, was surrounded by islands. And this one that I'm currently living on is a complete island system, which blew my mind away. Day 15. I finally managed to finish the pen and moved the animals out of their prison into their new home. What a big, odd, happy little family. I then proceeded with making a little stairway from the crops farm to my house, as I was tired of the unevenness every time I went up and down. By the end of it all, I just sorted my chests. Again, I swear, I really need to build a storage room of some sort in the future. Day 16. I was preparing for a big adventure I wanted to take the next day, along with some light farm chores. Oh yeah, also, I made another new little friend. I also made a sleeping bag, but this thing will be proven to be utterly useless to me in the future. Day 17. It was time to face one of my biggest fears in Minecraft. To get lost. I know now today, after recording all this, that there is a minimap with a waypoint system called Xyro Minimap. Apparently it's a very nice mod. But during this time, I didn't even know that existed. So yeah. I definitely have good use of it during my 51 to 100 days in the future. Thanks to it, I will be able to go on long adventures without being worried of being lost. I ended up not going too far because right next to my house was a cave system, and oh boy, it is a long way down. I managed to find a lot of red dust, iron, and even some gold. This little potato was quite satisfied with finding something useful. I spent half the night down there before I decided to climb back to the surface, and yikes, it was a pain in the bush. Also were pondering if I wanted to move occasion to live, but then I remembered the little horse cow eclipse and decided there was no way he's going to leave, and from that moment on, I really felt like I was home. Day 18, I smelted my metals and made a chestplate in gold and a shield for myself. I also could not have been prouder, but I killed my very first enderman ever. I made another straw golem to celebrate. Right away, the little guy got stuck, so I gave him a hand. Day 19, I killed another enderman. Now, I was the one to end them. Yeah, no. This is why I am not a comedian. I want to make a brewing station, and for that I need a blaze rod. So, I had the ender pearls. Though I thought that was going to be the hard part, but to find Cantorite is the hardest part. I need this to even be able to get close to get a swim horse in the future. And I can say this now, that is nowhere in sight. If I find a saddle, it will be a vanilla horse for a while. I also made a dog bed early on, and I honestly have no idea why I did. But my heart has not given up on it, and this bed was a sad reminder. I should really have just removed it. Day 20. I hopped on my mighty ship and traveled across the seas. I wandered then for a while in the woods, and I saw a forest fire. I honestly thought it was on a little one, but no, it was massive. I did not want it to spread to run on the resources. It did take some time, but I managed to take it out in the end. I did get a jump scare from my zombie though. Night had fallen rather quickly, and the moment I was going to use the sleeping bag, I noticed, in this very moment, it was not functioning. Yeah, it was not working. So, what did I do? Instead of waiting in my hideout makeshift little dirt cave, I decided I wanted to run through the night. And then my biggest fear was upon me. I was lost. I somehow managed to spot one of the torches though that I placed on one of the hills. And then I found a place I recognized by the break of dawn. Day 21, I was back at the broken nether portal that I passed on day 2. Not only did I know where I was, but I knew I was close to my spawn point. So, what do you think this little bush did? Yeah, I got lost even further. Since I was so determined to try to find some wolves that I just made up magically in my head, I ended up finding some cute foxes and red pandas. Day 22 was an emotional one for some reason. I had never been so happy to see my trashy house. Oh my god. My crappy house. I ended up staying home all day doing some farming and preparing for more future little friends. I swear, these little guys are like my children now. Day 23, I became a lumberjack, cutting down a ton of trees, clearing some land, and seeing a bandit for the very first time. Yeah, this little raccoon has apparently been my neighbor this whole time. It sounds so dreadful though. What the bush? Is that how raccoons sound? Oh, and I also trapped some chickens. Day 24. I thought one more fishing day could not hurt, right? I had already tried so many times, so I figured my luck most likely would turn somehow. I tried over and over again until I decided to go to the spot where I had gotten all my name tags. And it finally happened. I got my freaking saddle, let's go! Yeah! I was so excited that I decided to head over to Eclipse right away. I wanted to take him home ASAP. I managed to put the saddle on him, rode him for a little bit, but then I realized rather quickly the vanilla horses could not swim. This is a fact that I had completely forgotten, and I placed him by the shoreline in a panic, deciding it was best to go to sleep for now. Day 25. I started right away to construct a dirt line to be able to get Eclipse over to the other side. I was also still in shock that I had gotten a saddle in the first place. Apparently, there is a 0.8 chance to get it from fishing. I had no idea about it during the time, and I can only be thankful that I got it. I'm definitely gonna lose it at some point. I took Eclipse home and placed him in the crowded pen with all the animals. Oh my goodness, Eclipse! I'm sure he's fine. There were some cows in there, so I'm sure it felt just like home.
Oh my goodness, I got horsey.
I need to build them a stable now. Oh, schnitzels. I need to build them a stable. It is kind of ironic. A few days earlier I thought, should I start building a stable? I thought it was silly at the time since I did not think I would even have a saddle at all. But I did scout at a place where I wanted it to be in case I wanted to build one. The rain came pouring down out of nowhere. And you know the moment you think that, oh, what if this happens now? Yeah, I thought, oh, what if a creeper would come and try to blow me up? And right at that moment, one showed up right behind me. I was just saying that. Oh my, I was just thinking that. You're serious? At the very least, I did not get blown into smithereens. Day 26. I got a bag full of dirt. I got a bag full of dirt. Na 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 na. No, for real. I got it since I did terraform all day. Day 27 was the same, except now I sort of started to plan on where I wanted things to be, and so on. My vision for this land was truly starting to be made in my mind, and I could see things more clearly. Day 28. I started the foundation of the stable. I knew I wanted to be some sort of stone, since I have always found it charming to mix stone and wood. I realized rather quickly that I needed more space for the design of the stable I wanted. I decided to go for a similar stable that I have in my Sims 4 Let's Play. I just really liked it, so I wanted to implement it in Minecraft as well somehow. I did a layout in dirt to make sure I would not count wrong anywhere, and here is the moment I decided to kill a skeleton with my bow. If you remember that I said I only used this guy once, yeah, this was the moment, and it was rather satisfying. Day 29. I was ultra focused on the stable building process. One of the rare times I did focus so much, but of course a creeper was trying to ruin my day first thing in the morning, so that's fantastic. Day 30. I did some nice farm chores, since I figured I have neglected the animals for so long, and then I continued the process on the stable. I learned also that if you smelted cobblestone, you got regular stone. Wow! Who would have thought that, huh? My bushing god said you are an idiot. Day 31. Some progress was now finally made on the stable. But I did want to change the flooring to regular stone. I have no idea why I used this dark one, and honestly it was a pain in the bush to remove. I do think I used it because I had a lot of them from the time I was down below. I just thought, why not? I then managed to finish the flooring before it was time for bed once more, so yay! Day 32. My patience was running out, and I finally decided to take a break from the stable building. And I did need some more materials, so I thought it was a good time to finally take Eclipse out for a ride. I proceeded to build a bridge, or should I say a line to the other island nearby, and I got to say, the terrain was bushy, dangerous, and steep like, huh? There were so many times I was certain we would fall to our deaths. Then, of course, it started to rain on my parade, and that meant, you guessed it, I was lost once more. This place turned out to be way bigger than I expected it to be. Day 33. was dedicated to try and find my way home. I felt less scared when I had Eclipse with me, even if he is a vanilla horse. A companion that is quicker than me is always welcome, and it is always a huge help. After some time though, we did manage to get home. I saw the landmark on my island and the torches from a distance, and I was right back to smelting cobblestone like nothing had happened. So I could have more stone for my base. I managed to finish that and end up working all night on small things. Man, the days are so short in Minecraft. I truly just realized that now. Day 34. I tried to make a backpack again, but this one didn't want to work with me either for some very odd reason. I'm certain I did something wrong, and I can say this right now. I did not make this work during all my 50 days, but I did find a mod that will let me make a bag of some sort, so that'll be fun for the future. After the frustration from that, I ventured into a cave system, and I think using a gold pickaxe might not be good on precious resources. After a quick Google search, I saw that it was true. I had not used it too much, luckily, but still I thought it was utterly ridiculous. And I made a mental note saying, gold tools are useless. Day 35. I came back to the surface feeling down since I had found a gold vein and a blue looking one that I had a feeling was something good. And since I only had the gold pickaxe and an iron one, I couldn't mine it yet. I then proceeded to end up dying in an embarrassing way. Waterfall Emotes equals death. Day 36. I did try to go back and find my graveyard, but in the end I almost ended up in another one, and all I could say to that was nope. This did mean I lost my gold chestplate I made in my early days. I did manage to get some chores done, and I found some iron, so I could make myself a new iron pickaxe. Woohoo! Day 37. I wanted to try going down the cave system next to my house again for the goodies I saw down there. And I was happy to see that the iron pickaxe was working to get my items. Man, when I used the gold one, I seriously thought the game was broken, and I could not believe it. Those blue-looking things were diamonds. I had never seen them before in my Minecraft days, and I was genuinely excited. I still have them at the moment, and I gotta say this right now, I do not use them during these 50 days, so let me know in the comments what is the best thing to use these nice diamonds for. Day 38. I was starting to get tired of being down in the abyss, so I climbed back out and I had a mission to finally finish this bushing stable. Eclipse might have been a cow in his past life, but he had suffered enough being trapped in that small pen. I managed to get some progress done and finally got a feeling of what I wanted with the building. Also, I have no idea why, but for some odd reason, a creeper loved living with my animals for half a day. Super creepy. Day 39 was keep on building the stable again day. Did some great progress, and I could start to see the end of it. I also expanded the animal pen a little, just a little bit, because I thought it was about time. Day 40. I started to build the inside of the stable in a more detailed manner, figuring out a base for where the stalls were going to be placed, and the general shape of it all more or less. I did make the chicken pen a little bit bigger. Ha! Not much though. I swear I keep forgetting that these chickens exist. Day 41 was the day I finally could place Eclipse in a stall. Although he did try to escape through the hole in the wall, I just thought, nah, he will like it eventually. I did place down some glass in the empty spaces to just have some windows, just in case. I also wanted to add some signs to the stalls, but a creeper blocked my way as soon as night fell, and I just skedaddled considering how much creepers had blown up around me lately. Day 42. I decided to use the creeper to my advantage, helping me clear some land. Wow, I was so smart here until I realized that I had to cover it up regardless. Lol. In the end, I had not been so smart. Or the sweet little creeper just did not blow up the way I wanted it to. I want to start to sort of get the feeling of for the pasture that was gonna be for the horses. I do not plan to have that many horses though in the future. I first want to be able to even turn one into a swampy horse before I even consider that part, and having a vanilla horse is super easy on me. They do not need any care. I can barely take care of myself, people. How am I supposed to take care of an animal? I just wanted to avoid the roof building though in the end, so that is mainly the reason why I did this in the first place. Day 43. To my horror, I learned the hard truth after watching someone play 100 Days of Minecraft that if you do not feed the straw golem wheat, they die. I killed the only friends that I had. In my case, my little golems were picky eaters, so they had to eat apples, which I don't have many of. I don't even have an orchard or any apple trees nearby. I really need to know how to plant an apple tree. But this explains why my little friends slowly are starting to be erased from existence. I then went back underground with not much luck. Only found a lot of red dust. In the future though, I want to explore other areas and see if I can find other cave systems, or even a village. I do have a feeling that those are far away from my house. But thanks to the mod that I implemented that I'm gonna use in the future, it will help me to be able to explore more. Day 44. I was thinking it was time to tear down this ugly thing I called house. But then I was just like, I want to go on the ride. Do you all remember where we found the clips? I wanted to go back to that island and see if there was anything else over there. I did end up finding another cave system. I was a silly potato and forgot to make torches, so I decided to go back home and head back later. Day 45. I made my way over to the cave. I also thought it was a good idea to bring some fencing with me to put Eclipse in a small pen while I was down there. Do you think I remember to bring them with me? If you said no, then you are absolutely correct. So this potato had to make some on the go. When I did get down there, the only thing I could say was, this is a bushing coal mine. There was so much coal in there, and I managed to find 2 sad pieces of iron ore. So, yeah, still a coal mine though. I then slept by the cave entrance, frowning as I fell asleep. Day 46, I went back home and I finally pushed myself off the ledge and started to tear down my so-called house. To be a more proper shell at least. I will more or less work on it more in the future. My main goal was to finish the stable roof before the 50 days was up. I managed to get a refined shape of the house in a way that I could tolerate it. Since I want a house with a little porch, I had to move the house back a few blocks to squeeze it in, and for some reason, a visual bug appears and I keep having that thing in my face. This will be solved during my last day in here. Ha! Day 47. Chop, chop, chop away. Just keep shopping. At that and the staring at my post-it notes with my poor house design. I sure wish I had a building skill. Don't stay away from Minecraft, everybody. Day 48. I was starting to get into a flow of things. Day 49, I almost got finished with the roof, and I got a lovely visit by some people bringing me a bad omen. Huh. I feel like it has been like that ever since I spawned into this world. Day 50, my last day had arrived, and the goal was clear in my mind. Just as my love for chocolate, and that was, I shall finish the shell of this house. I went down to the farm to give my little friends my last apples I had found earlier on with the clips, but a part of me regret that now since I most likely could have used them to build my apple farm. This potato is just gonna go to bed. I did manage to finish the rough shape of the house, but looking at it afterwards, I see a few things I need to do in the future, but just like that, in a blink of an eye, 50 days was just gone. I sort of realize now why people do 100 days instead of 50, but I am glad I only did 50 days because, my gosh, I have learned so much during these 50 days that I didn't know until after I finished recording. I can only honestly say, I'm really disappointed with myself. Even if I'm a noob in Minecraft, I expected to be able to do so much more. I guess my fear of getting lost really took over for me, and now that I will have the map in the future, I think it's gonna help me so much more when I do the remaining days. I will never have to get lost again. So, my biggest fear in Minecraft will just disappear like that. I did manage to finish the stable, sort of. Get a shell of a house, sort of. And animals, but alas, no swim horse. I am using the swim horse mod, and honestly, I really thought getting the blaze rod would be the difficult part, which it is. But I thought the ender pearl would be the hardest part to get with the blaze rod. No, it is the canterasite that I cannot seem to find in the mines. I guess I really just have to do strip mining from now on because I didn't even know this was a thing until now. I felt like I wasn't even close to reach that goal to get that horse. And as I close my eyes, I can only think that there is always tomorrow. But this tomorrow would have to wait. At least for a while. Thank you all so much for watching. I really appreciate it. This is truly something I always wanted to do. And after watching so many people surviving in Minecraft over the years, I couldn't stay away anymore. I could not feel prouder that I did do this. I killed my very first Enderman in my Minecraft history, along with finding my first diamond, and I became a fisherman, enjoying my time on the waters. And for me to finally do this is such a big step for me personally. Not just because of me going out of my comfort zone, but really just doing something that I have found interesting. If you have any tips and tricks, I would really love to hear it. Because, yeah, I'm a noob. Help! Or even if you have a mod you think would be nice to have for 18.2, do let me know that as well. But there is one thing I know for certain. I shall see this world again. And I can't wait to show you guys it very soon. Bye bye, you schnitzels.